is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
DJ Callum is inspirational as it tells me to keep on going and not to get discouraged by the people. Another one.
What does inspiration mean to you?
A good question. For me, if someone inspires you or inspiration, it's about the fact that someone makes sure there's a bit of passion inside of you that make you want to push on and be better or do better. So, for example, it's going to sound a bit soft, but Mum was a big inspiration for me. So, I'm from a very big family. There's 6 of us in total, 3 boys, 3 girls, and it's a single parent family. So having Mum was a very big inspiration about focusing on education, doing the right things, making sure that I progressed in life. And also a coach I've worked with before was a huge inspiration to me, just in terms of how he coached the players, but on top of that, how he spoke to people, how he got people around him to be positive and have loads of great energy.
My friend Richie inspires me because he shows me what a true friend can do.
Connell, what does inspiration mean to you?
Inspiration is the power to do something. So when you're inspired and when someone inspires you, it's the power to make you want to do better and progress.
Can you please tell us who inspires you?
The person that has inspired me the most, I would say, is my dad, because he's come from nothing and what he's achieved is very inspirational. And I would say all of you guys every day are inspirations to all of us.
Thank you, Mr. O'Connor.
Inspiration is the process of being stimulated to do something, especially to do something creative. Be inspired.
Mr. King, what does inspiration mean to you?
Inspiration means quite a lot of things. So I think the best definition would be someone that inspires you to go forth with your ideas and always pushes you to not only just to be the best person you can and do things to the best of your ability. I think that's what inspiration means to me.
And who inspires you, Mr. King?
My parents inspire me, especially my mum, who my dad wasn't really around, and she did for me and my 2 brothers, or my twin brothers, and she always inspired me, worked hard, and always made sure I didn't go without. So she inspires me. And then also a very special man that was in my life, my head of year. Still remember his name. His name is Mr. Muhammad Akoli, a powerful man who always made sure that I achieved the highest grades I can as possible, helped me create ideas, got me out of class when I misbehaved occasionally, and he always said to me, do you know what, A star is never good enough, you need to be better than that. And he always pushed me to do what I needed to do, and I hold him dearly in my heart, even 10 years on after secondary school. So my parents and Mr. Akoli, they inspired me.
Thank you, Mr. King. Lachlan, what does inspiration mean to you?
Inspiration means doing something that maybe you can't really do, or you have to work really hard at doing it to get you to where you want to be in life.
Miss, can you please tell me who inspires you?
I think the people who inspire me the most are my mum and dad, because they never had the education that I had when I went to school. They had to leave to work, and that was because of money in the family. And there's 4 in our family, and mum and dad have made sure that we never went without, that we all had a decent education, and we all had everything that we needed to do to get there. So without them, I wouldn't be here today.
Thank you, Ms. McLaughlin.
Thank you.
Good teacher can inspire her, ignite their imagination, and instill a love of learning. Can you please tell what inspiration means to you?
Okay, Alex, I will. Inspiration to me is something to pick you up when you fall down. When you don't want to get out of bed, it's the force that gets you out of bed. When you don't want to go on anymore because you've had a really, really bad day, it's the force that keeps you going. That's what inspiration means to me.
And if you don't mind, can you please tell us who inspires you?
Okay, I will. The person who inspires me is a sportsman. In the 20th century, he was voted the most powerful, impressive sportsman of all time. The man is called Muhammad Ali, and I will tell you why he inspires me. First of all, he was an astonishing athlete, probably the greatest athlete of all time. Secondly, He was really, really funny. He told lots of jokes and it made me laugh when I was young. Thirdly, it was part of me growing up. I remember my dad used to let me stay up late to watch him fighting in the early 1970s when I was a little boy, even smaller than you are. But fourthly, he was a man of principle. For example, when he came back from winning the gold medal in the Tokyo 1960 Olympic Games, and he went into his local bar in America, in a place called Louisville, Kentucky, he went into his bar and said, "Can I have a milkshake, please?" And he said, "No, I'm not serving you because of the colour of your skin." And he got on his moped and he drove to the bridge over the Ohio River and he chucked his gold medal into the river. He said, "What's the point of winning the gold medal for the country that treats me like that?" Now, 8 or 9 years later, he was heavyweight champion of the world. And the knock came to his door one day and they said, "You're going to go to Vietnam and fight against America's enemy." And he said, "No, I'm not." So they took his gold medal off him and they sent him to jail. And for 3 years, he wasn't allowed to fight. He did that because of his principle. So there are the 4 reasons why Muhammad Ali is an inspiration for me. So much so, a picture of him hangs on my wall, which I bought when I was a boy at university many, many years ago. And I had it framed. Okay? So that is my hero.
Thank you, Mr. Quayle.
Thank you, gentlemen.
This is an inspirational quote by Rocky Balboa. It doesn't matter how much you hit, it's about how much you get hit and keep moving forward.
Yeah, that's what he said. Did he stop?